have sound as well. No. Just read out the preamble. The meeting is the Wednesday the 15th of September 2021. In accordance with Council's Code of Meeting Practice, this Council meeting is being recorded and will be placed on Council's webpage for public information. All present today are reminded that by speaking you are agreeing to your view and comments being recorded and published. You are also reminded that if or when speaking, you are to be respectful to others and use appropriate language. Greater Hume Council accepts no liability for any defamatory or offensive remarks or gestures during this meeting. I declare the meeting open and I call on Councillor Parker to lead us in prayer. Thank you, Councillor Parker.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Is that working? Sorry. Heavenly Father, we thank you for all your blessings. We ask for your strength and guidance throughout this meeting and thereafter as we look to serve the residents of this Shire. We ask for clear thinking and sincere hearts as we approach the business matters we will be discussing shortly. We ask for your blessings upon this meeting, each participant and the work and people they represent. Amen.
Thank you. Acknowledgement of country. I would like to acknowledge that this meeting is being held on the traditional lands of the Wiradjuri people and I pay my respect to their elders past and present. Don't think we have any apologies. We will now have confirmation of the minutes of the previous meeting, please.
So moved.
Happy to second.
Thank you. Councillor Hicks and Councillor Quinn. Thank you. Any queries or prepared to vote? Those in favour? Carried. Thank you. Where are we? Action report from the minutes. Councillor
Thank
Shield.
you, Madam Mayor. Page 2, number 1 minute. Thank you, Mr. Blackie, for the lovely little toilet stop. And yes, it's great little convenience there. I think the at some stage the Anglers Club would like to have a chat with you, yeah, with the further developments they had in mind. So, but otherwise it's a lovely little spot. Thank you.
Any other comments or queries, councillors? No?
Madam
Oh.
Mayor, it's a long way back. The last time we had a meeting in Weimar, which was 4 or 5 years ago, council resolved to go ahead and put plinths in the anti-cemetery. The most pleasing thing that I've ever come across in my days as a councillor so far is going to the cemetery the other afternoon with some other people from community and seeing that all those plinths have since been laid in the cemetery. And I'd like to congratulate the appropriate Minister, Mr. Kane, and his staff for the job they've done, and I would hope that I echo the real gratitude of the community for what you've been able to achieve. I know the Tidy Towns have written a letter to the General Manager. I'm conveying what the town feels. Congratulations on the job well done.
Very nice, thank you. Any further action reports or any further questions? No? Any disclosures of interest? I have one for myself regarding consideration of the lease fees, page 43, closed council item, non-pecuniary interest, so I would declare that. Merrill minute. We have a Merrill minute, very important one. You would have all got a copy of that by now, I hope. It's as described. Do you wish to enlarge upon it, Mr. General Manager?
Not really, Madam Mayor, other than I participated in a Teams meeting or a Zoom meeting, whichever way you'd like to put it, yesterday, and I think there was something almost of the level of concern in local government around this particular change. And I think the most disappointing aspect of it is that there was virtually no consultation with the local government sector at all, South Wales. And look, to be honest, it was only that local government New South Wales picked up that this bill was going through Parliament, and then that this a significant campaign since. It was there was an upper house inquiry, which you can see in the report there, which tabled its report on 10th of August, which it made a number of, or made a recommendation that the bill not proceed until at least after the draft regulations have been developed and released for comment. But I guess the concern of local government is that there's very little detail in the actual bill itself, which would actually end up in legislation, and regulation can be changed, at any time by the minister, whereas legislation, does have should have a consultation process that's gone through. So what local government New South Wales have done is asked for each council to pass a Merrill minute and to meet with their local member.
Any further comment or questions? Can I have a mover?
So moved, Madam Mayor.
Yeah, happy to second.
Councillor Meyer and Councillor Quinn. Do you wish to speak?
Madam Mayor, I think it's essential we take written notice of the motion and bring as much power as we can to bear on the people that are responsible for the idiocracy they're showing.
Thank you. Any other people?
Yes,
Councillors, Councillor
Me,
Pitt?
I'd suggest also that points 1 and 2, with the comments just made by the General Manager prior to this motion, intent of all members of the lower and upper house. I don't think we should neglect its paperwork and a bit of effort, but we shouldn't neglect putting it right in front of them.
No.
Then, as politicians, they will feel some pressure.
Thank you. Councillor Parker, do you wish to speak?
No, sorry.
Anyone else? Prepared to vote?
We might just do an amendment,
Put point 4 in as well.
Put point 4 in, try and put point 4
Oh,
in.
sorry. Yep. Okay.
The correspondence on the matter before to all members of both houses of parliament.
State Parliament.
Correspondence on the matter be forwarded. Couldn't hear me under the mask.
To members in both houses of Parliament. To all members in both houses. To all members of Parliament
All members of both houses of
and
parliament.
in both houses. That's right.
Yeah, that's all right.
You happy with that, Councillor Quinn? All right. Yeah. All right. Any comments or questions? Prepared to vote? Those in favour? That's all in favour. Thank you. Carried.
Just one quick procedural question there, Madam Mayor. We will need to vote on the mayoral minute number 1 for the General Manager's performance review to be referred to closed council. I've just noticed it here on the first page.
You can either do that now or do it later on in the meeting.
We might do it a bit later. It's down there.
Page 42.
Yeah. All right. Now, where are we? Over here. Yeah. Just trying to get the papers sorted out here. Is that me? We don't have any notice of motion, but I am suggesting, excuse me, that we bring the deputy mayoral election forward to conduct that now. Do I need a motion for that? Need a motion?
I'll move that motion
Thank
that
you.
we move it forward.
Councillor Parker and Councillor Hicks, all those in favour? Carried. Thank you.
Okay, so under Schedule 7 of the Local Government Regulation, the General Manager or his representative is the returning officer for the election of Deputy Mayor.